All right, pay attention to the speed with which Democrats have rallied to Kamala Harris. Pay attention to the vehemence with which Democrats rail against Donald Trump. Pay attention to the ease with which the media praise Joe Biden, promote Kamala Harris, and slide into new lies. None of it's true, by the way. Like that she was never the border czar. Oh, that's the new trumpeting. Oh, she was never border czar. That's just something Republicans made up. Really? Well, we'll have more on that coming up. It's remarkable, the ease with which the media complex just slides in lying. We're watching a change in government without the consent of the governed. We're watching Democrats attack democracy. We are. We're watching Democrats assemble and watching them get in line before they go to Chicago. Watching as they toe the line so their false messiah can bless the proceedings and act like a god. Do not be fooled by what's happening. No matter what Democrats do or Barack Obama says, regardless of how loud Democrats cheer or how long Obama speaks, nothing real will happen. Nothing will give the convention the spontaneity of a live fight for the nomination. There is no live fight for the nomination. There was a coronation, not a nomination. Nothing will give the convention the contentiousness of 1968. Now as then, the city is the same. Now as then, RFK won't be at the convention, except this time, thank God, he is alive. Robert F. Kennedy Jr., that is. As for the party of Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, the outlook, not good, grim, in fact. The party ended a long time ago. So did the Biden presidency. Now, with no one left to lie to, the Democrats have decided to lie to themselves. They've decided to call their narcissism patriotism, and their nominee a patriot. They've decided to call their critics narcissists and their chief critic, President Trump, a traitor. And I say let them call us whatever they want. I don't care. Let them do their worst, for that's all they have to offer. Do not, however, mistake their lies for the truth now or ever. Do not mistake their words for actions. Do not mistake their statements for statesmanship. Pay attention to what Democrats do. Pay attention to what their accomplices in the media say. Pay attention to what we must do because we have an election to win and a country to save. That has not changed. None of that has changed. Keep that in mind. Here's some more things to consider. The media, like I said, the Democrats trying to change history. Trying to change history by saying Kamala Harris was never the border czar. Here's a guy who thinks otherwise, back when he had thoughts. Listen.
I've asked her, the VP, today, because she's the most qualified person to do it, to lead our efforts with Mexico and the Northern Triangle and the countries that help. We're going to need help in stemming the movement of so many folks, stemming the migration to our southern border.
Wah, wah, didn't work. She is the border czar. They can run from it however they want. People know the truth, at least enough do. Young voters, uneducated voters may not be smart enough to pick up on it. Oh, Republicans are lying. No, we're going with what you told us. We were fools to believe anything you had to say, but we went along with it. You called her the border czar, great. Never went to the border. Never been to Europe either, from what I understand. Meanwhile, swing state. Here, let's just gauge this. Here's what I have for you. I'm going to go to this real quick because I want to share this with you. The post-dropout polls, right? The post-dropout polls are available. And the post-dropout polls have Trump winning in Arizona by 5. That's a brand new poll out of Arizona, released 12 minutes ago. By the way, I hadn't even seen this one. Trump 49, Harris 44. That's in the swing state of Arizona. Let's see, in Georgia, it's, okay, this is brand new polling. Trump by 2 in Arizona. Trump by 1 in Michigan, by 2 in Pennsylvania, even in Wisconsin. You know, speaking of Wisconsin, voters there not buying the idea that Joe Biden was just fine until a couple of weeks ago. Don't trust Kamala Harris to tell the truth or to be president. Here's an example.
Who do you blame for President Biden being in office in this condition? Who deserves the blame?
His close staff. They work with him every day.
So I think that's what also makes me nervous about the Vice President Harris.
Yeah. Talk about that a bit.
So yes, she's going to be in it, but but she also helped keep him in where he's at right now. And if he really is as bad as what they've been saying, I think if he steps down as president and she steps into the presidency before the end of his term, it almost makes me question a little bit more why it didn't happen sooner. She's worked with him. She's been, to my understanding, with him daily, or at least a couple of days a week. Why hasn't this been brought to her attention? If she's willing to hide that type of information once she's in office, now what she's willing to hide for herself.
What else is she willing to lie about? That's what the woman's saying. What else is Kamala Harris willing to lie about? She lied about Joe Biden and his ability to do the job. What else is she willing to lie about? Post dropout. CNN, Trump +3. Morning Consult, Trump +2. NPR, Trump +1. Reuters, Harris +2. But the full field has Economist, YouGov, Trump +3. RMG Research, Trump +2. Big Village, Trump +1. And Reuters, the only poll that has Harris up, and that was the first one. Every other poll contradicts that. And as I just said, all brand new polling out of the swing states shows that Donald Trump is winning every single swing state except Wisconsin, which is exactly where we were. Exactly where we were about 3 months ago. Nothing has changed.